Another exciting bird in the sky from Carenado just a couple of days ago. I welcome you back to the channel. If this is your first visit, hit that subscribe button for future releases on anything that's related to flight simming. This is your place. Carenado have been working on the Piper Arrow 3, the P-828 in short. We just reviewed the Just Flight's version of the Piper Arrow 3 and were quite impressed. I think another round of appreciation is needed for the work of art from Carenado this time. They have been in the business from quite some time, developing great add-ons as well as expansion packs for platforms. Prepare 3D and many other platforms have been greatly benefited by the developments of Carenado over the years. The Piper Arrow 3 is one of the most popular training aircraft with a low-wing retractable gear. Quite a versatile aircraft that is ideal for families and trips. Very well designed in the studios of Carenado that looks quite like the actual plane. I like the exteriors that look appealing. All the details have been carefully constructed cosmetically that looks convincing. The performance was great, including the plane behaviors when flight dynamics play a key role under the simulator's new environment. It comes with a range of features where you can find two default GNS 430s, custom S-Tech 45 Autopilot, custom KR8780F, custom KN62DME, default GTX 330 transponders. The sounds appear to be realistic as the developer has put in research and development, making sure of the engine sounds, knobs, switches, buttons, and several other elements that matter during flight. All the instruments from the electric pitch trim push button, manifold pressure, tachometer, landing gear level, gear position lights to the magnet to select have responded well. The cockpit appears to be well constructed. It looks like a 70s plane with an overall feel of the interiors, has all the indicators which are accurate that contain the vacuum gauge, airspeed indicator, attitude indicator, annunciator button along with the lights, the VOR ILS indicator that's been geared by the KX170B, low voltage warning light, ADF indicator, all the way to the VOR2 indicator that's been geared by the KX175B function well. Small instruments do matter that accompany during crucial times at any flight, and it's been detailed well. Looking at the compass, it looks like the design which was implemented decades ago, and the way it responds when the engine is running adds more towards realism and makes it fun. The autopilot aspect looks detailed that respond very well. The master button of the autopilot has three modes where the left click will advance one more and the right click will decrease one mode. The heading mode, the response was quite accurate when it helped maintain the heading selected by the heading bug on the directional gyro, where it issues a fully visible course indicator around normal directional gyro. The navigation mode, directed by the nav button, pursues the selected course in the HSI, and once the course is caught, the autopilot will hold it. This nav mode will follow nav 1 as that is something to mention, and the approach mode, which is used for automatic approach when the APR button is pressed, the autopilot will follow the ILS signal of the nav 1. This is always recommended for instrument approaches. The REV, which is the reverse mode, allows automatic back course approaches and for tracking anything outbound on the front course before a procedural turn. When you use this mode, the course selector of the directional gyro requires to be set on the opposite direction of the front course ending, so keep that in mind. The altitude hold allows you to maintain a desired altitude, certainly helps to take your hands off the yoke for a little bit, maybe sip a coffee in your virtual flight. The VS mode, which is the vertical speed, can be modified using the increase or decrease knob on the right hand side. As mentioned, the model comes with a default KR8780F and a default G330 transponder. It's interesting and impressive to see minute details go into this. We can observe the details in this small sticker here, including the phone number, a good thought process on making sure of meeting the accuracy here in nitty-gritty detail. Overall, everything looks well made, the seats look well polished, along with the instrument panel. There are minor signs of age where you can notice throughout the plane. The PBR materials used here are based off the standards set by the simulator. It looks like the tablets are a part of most of the Carenado planes. This certainly helps the pilot be more engaged in his or her flight, knowing the static elements and other options such as cold and dark start and when ready to taxi. This has been tested by real pilots, which makes it interesting. Quite a beauty, I would say. Polished look in the interiors as well as the exteriors of the plane. This model comes with 5 liveries, a reference guide and other related documents based on emergency procedures, performance tables, autopilot and normal procedures which can deem useful. The aircraft looks very impressive and has characteristics that look age of use with scratches and scuffs in places where mostly used. This is certainly quite a beauty, I'd say, and it felt great to fly with, trying to experience different flight dynamics that felt real, including the weight and balance and how it responded to the throttle when you changed it in between. Different aspects have been tested by several pilots to see that this can be as accurate as possible. Sold for $25 at the marketplace. We certainly hope this video was useful. If you did like this video, hit the thumbs up button so that this can make a difference for us. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet for more releases coming along the way, especially for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Have a good rest of the day, guys, and stay tuned.